Hey guys, Metal Bum here. Picked up a few interesting pieces from my LCS. Not great deals, but I did get a couple interesting pieces, so stay tuned. What's up guys? It is Metal Bum, and I just wanted to show you guys a couple pieces I picked up at my LCS. And also in the middle of the video, I'll talk more about strategy. Bought probably a little too much for what it is. So that would be $16. I usually check out my older videos, and also check out my older video. I have a video that shows this gold eagle, the real quarter gold eagle with the Incuse. It actually is carved in versus a raised design like this, this raised design here where the silver actually pops out and it's like three-dimensional. This is actually Incuse, so it goes in, so it actually makes it so that it's harder to wear. So if this was circulated, it would be harder to wear. In goals, when you stack, even though these are actually kind of like more just collectors, or these are call silver eagles, they're not really part of my main stack, but the base of my stack is mainly going to be American silver eagles, which are great. Check out my old videos on American silver eagles. And then also just defining what you are. Are you doing this as an investment, or are you doing this, and by investment, you could be doing this for insurance or preserving wealth, hedging against the stock market, hedging against Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a great gold 2.0 is what they call it, because it's got almost the exact same fundamentals of gold, except that Bitcoin is actually not tangible, it's not physical, it's just computer code. But everything else, when you compare it, I actually got into Bitcoin a couple years ago, and I kind of wanted to dispel it. I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna just jump in and jump out of that. And then that actually got me more into silver, gold, precious metals, and just trying to find alternative investments in sort of insurance that's outside of typical investments. I do have a lot of real estate. I have stocks. I have some bonds, mainly ETFs. So it's typical things like Amazon, Microsoft, that sort of thing that I do invest in, and all the way down to Johnson & Johnson. It's like ETFs just have they have their cash flow, right? They pay dividends and stuff, but then these are considered commodities, or gold is really a hedge against different calamities in the stock market, or it could be considered just something that's uncorrelated to typical assets. But anyways, long story short about that, I got a little too into that, is silver can be a hedge. It's a store of wealth, also a store of value that's outside of typical instruments like paper, fiat, and other things.
Smash that like button and subscribe.
So this is a peace dollar from 1922, and this is a Morgan. My pride and joys are pre-1933 silvers and gold as collector pieces. But so yeah, what was I saying is, a lot of times it is good to just have a goal, write down what you want your portfolio to be, what you want your allocations to be, and audit yourself. Count up how much silver you actually have. See what ratio you have of silver to gold. What do you want to get towards? Are you a passive investor who just wants to maintain your ratios? Are you all in on silver because of what's your reasoning for it? A lot of people just are into silver and not gold. Some people are into gold, not silver. What's your reasonings? What's your time frame on a 1 month, 3 month? Are you a long-term holder? Are you 10, 20 years out? Just think about some goals. And they say that investors, whatever your strategy is, it's good to just have a strategy. And every strategy is different depending on what you do. So there's all these variables. And a lot of times people, they just want to know, do I buy silver now? But what I'm trying to say is, it depends on your circumstances, what you think is, good or bad, as far as, your investing risk you know, risk-takingness and your age and how much you have in your allocations, but allocations in your portfolio. So yeah, what I want to say is like, what's your passivity? What's your, you know, are you a flipper? Are you doing this to get rich quick? Are you doing this to get rich passively? Are you doing this just to store your money? Like this silver is worth 15.05 spot price. That's the current spot price as defined by like some exchanges or something like that, and it has to do with demand and supply and demand. But you know, this basically stores its value. It's usually between $14 and $16 for the past few years. Could it spike? It could. It was at $50 at one point in 2011-12. Same with gold, but gold's right now at 1,400. It just passed a threshold of 1380, 1390, 1400, and it was hard for it to get past that, but on the charts it shows it that it is booming. So, you know, what's your portfolio? You got to ask yourself, you know, how are you trying to play these ratios and stuff? So just wanted to throw that out there first before we get into these cool finds. This I got in the bargain bin at my LCS, and this is just a high relief. And I noticed on this side, it's got this little crown, so I'm pretty sure that that is from Monarch Precious Metals. That little crown right there. Does anyone know about this? Let me know. I'm pretty sure that's a Monarch Precious Metals. I have a couple of their bars, which are awesome, but I thought this was a really cool high relief piece right here. I got this Incuse silver Indian looking like the pre-1933 quarter eagle, gold quarter eagle, which is just tiny because it's smaller than this little piece right here. This is a 20 pesos from Mexico. And sometimes I have this rare earth magnet. You can get these for $5 on Amazon. Check it out, $5 on Amazon. You can quickly check if there's any magnetism on these to see. This is a 1987, and I think 86 was the first year, but this is a definite call version in their bargain bin. I think I got it for $17, which was $2. It was $1.80 over spot. I got it for $1.80 over spot at that time. Totally busted, but I just wanted a piece of older history. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? $17, so $1.80 over spot for this pretty call. But I was actually thinking of cleaning this just because it's supposed to be bullion. What do you guys think? Should I go ahead and clean this? I do like the toning, but it's got like crust on it. I don't know if this guy's running it through the muck or what, but and then here we have like one that I think someone tried to tone, but this is a 1993, but it looks like someone purposely toned this, and I think it looks kind of cool. So what do you guys think of this? 1993, it was in the bargain bin for $17, and this I got for $16.60 in the bargain bin round. Anyways, guys, keep stacking. The main base of mine, so since I do have my goals, I like to share it with you guys because the more you share your goals with people, the more you can achieve the goals. 47% silver, 45% gold, and then about 7% in platinum, just because I think platinum's undervalued. But if you maintain these ratios, they make you buy low and sell high, because if I keep my ratio of 50-50 silver gold, then as gold goes up in value, you tend to not buy as much gold and you buy more silver. Or if you're trying to net accumulate both, you can trade them for each other. But you want to watch out for paying premiums too. So there's just so much to it. But guys, what do you guys think of these bad boys? Just make sure that you guys have a plan, because having a plan and having a strategy is so much more important to investing than anything else. Whether your strategy is right or not, staying diversified and keeping to that strategy is very, very important. All right, guys, Metal Bum is out.